It was July 19th, 2008, at Christ the King Church in Hollywood. I uttered the words to my wife, Ellie, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. Almost 5 years later, we still wear our wedding rings as a sign of our love and fidelity. A wedding ring is a time-honored tradition that is an international symbol of marriage. I want to share with you the history of the wedding ring and how the tradition continues today. I'll be sharing with you how the history of the wedding ring is ingrained in many cultures, how today wedding rings have distinct meanings, and how marriage rings are taking on new meanings. The history of the marriage ring is ingrained in many cultures. According to the Reader's Digest article, Kelly Bear dates the custom to our prehistory, where the caveman tied cords of braided grass around their chosen mate's wrists, ankles, and waist to bring her spirit under his control. Kelly Bear goes on to explain that around 2800 BC, Egyptians are buried wearing rings made of silver or gold on their third finger of their hands, believed to be connected directly to the heart by the vena amoris. During ceremonies of the Middle Ages, English men would first place the band partly on the bride's thumb, then her pointer, the middle finger, and finally to her ring finger. While doing so, he would say, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. According to a website, Judaism 101, it explained that Jewish law requires something physical to be exchanged, such as a wedding band, in order for the marriage to be legally binding. The tradition of the double marriage, the double wedding ring, one for the wife and one for the husband, was not always the case. According to Vicki Howard in a 2003 article in the Journal of Social History, the American double ring ceremony can be traced to the jewelry industry in the 1940s. The success of this invented tradition was cemented due to World War II in Europe and the Pacific, where soldiers began wearing bands as a reminder of their sweethearts. Now that I've shared with you some of the history of the wedding ring, let me share with you the meaning of the wedding rings today. Today, the wedding rings have many distinct meanings. The circle of the ring represents undying love and the continually renewed vows of the married couple. My interview with Ruthie Steves, a teacher and devoted wife of 23 years, shared with me her significance of wearing her wedding ring. She believed it is a constant reminder of her marriage vows. She reflected a Bible passage, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. She went on to share with me that her wedding ring symbolizes those Bible verses where she changes the word love with her husband's name, Luis. So to her, the wedding ring symbolizes Luis is patient, Luis is kind. He does not envy, he does not boast. Luis always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Luis never fails. Now that I've shared with you the meaning of marriage rings, I'm going on to explain the current shift of marriage rings. Marriage rings are taking on new meanings. A 2008 Los Angeles Times article by Tony Barbosa on the couple who made history by filing suit over gay marriage and finally married after 11 years of fighting. They exchanged vows and rings in a small ceremony. The ring transcends not only to heterosexual couples, but also with homosexual couples, where gay marriage is allowed. A book by Christopher West called Theology of the Body explains that marriage has both a divine and human dimension. The divine dimension refers to the heavenly gift God lavishes on us in the sacrament of marriage. The human dimension refers to the physical and bodily signs through which God communicates his gift. This is how he explains marriage, and subsequently what the wedding ring symbolizes: a connection between the divine and the human dimension. According to Peter Breslin, in an article, Symbolism of wedding rings capture the full range of ceremonial, symbolic, and communal aspects of marriage, and preserve these many levels of significance as a durable and constant reminder. Today I share with you the history of the wedding ring and how the tradition continues today. I explain how the history of the wedding ring is ingrained in many cultures, how today wedding rings have distinct meanings, and how marriage rings are taking on new meanings. As Peter Breslin eloquently paints it, ancient yet contemporary, steeped in lore and mystery, yet almost universally exchanged. Wedding rings combine the art of the jeweler, the reverence of the betrothed, and the beauty of love and partnership in a single resonant symbol. Thank you.